Hello and welcome back, friends of the channel, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings and newcomers alike. We are here once again, and most likely for the last time. Our friend literally just died as soon as we unpaused. That's a little bit interesting. Alright, we need a new spy master right away. Very likely for the very last time, we will be here with Ricat and the Cerneu family here in Cornwall. Who are equally good, but this is my acclaimed knight and my bodyguard, so we're going to put him into position because he seems trustworthy to me. And we're going to finish it up. Why do I say that? Because this is getting very close, like 75% of the way. We're getting 4 per turn right now. We just got a stewardship bonus because we are down in Egypt, returning from our grand tour. Lighthouse of that's a lot of that was a lot of stewardship in a row, and of course, because we got all that stewardship, we now officially have succeeded at getting centralization without ever being a steward from our travels. Okay, so this gives us minus 1,000 philosopher culture. That's cute, since we're already learning that. We'll take philosophical musings, regardless of what it does, for 5 years. Because we already spent a ton to adopt philosopher culture as our very last tradition for this game. Let's ask the Pope for gold, since he's going to give it to us. I have been noticing lately that when we ask the Pope for gold... Oh, never mind. I was going to say it's... Well, no, even that was less than it said he was going to give me. Oh, no, it wasn't. Never mind. I have been noticing, though, whether that happened that time or not, that the Pope does seem to give us less gold than we are asking. This is our grandson. He just turned 8. Nobody's given him a guardian. That's a mistake. He's great. He wants to be a diplomat, or he wants to be a scholar. Now, probably he should be a scholar, because that's like going... Not only is it going full circle, but also he's going to have lots of advantages in our particular kingdom if he becomes a scholar. And maybe we just educate him ourselves. Pretty sure that we're going to live at least 8 more years now that we have whole of body. So that seems like a good idea. Don't need to worry about that. What about her? What is she? She's charming. We could make her a diplomat. And also educate... Oh no, we have that kid we picked up. So let's see if we can't find someone who would make a good diplomat to train her. We could be unpaused in the background. Oh, it's sodomite. The broken chains is sodom. Okay, interesting. We don't have a lot of people available for this, so let's just put it under... I guess this Norseman, maybe? The thing about Norse is they have an equivalent to our cultural trait that lets them teach guardians be better guardians. Rejected the mandate due to personality trait. Interesting. Trusting. That's fine. Nobody's forcing you to do any of that stuff. That's up to you, son. You can avoid that if you want. So we have finished the Egypt section. We gained a bunch of stewardship running through here. Now we're heading up over to Sardinia. Then we'll be returning home. Diplomacy perk. I think we take befriend. And then just to complete the cycle, let's befriend our one remaining brother who is not our friend right now. Yes. Gosselin can also be our friend. And we can continue on our way home. Once we get home, we're going to have enough money for this. So you want me to go to war for you. For 2,000 troops. It's a tyranny war. I will accept, but I'm not going to help you unless I see signs it's going bad, because you can easily handle this tyranny war. This is not something you need me for, but I will send troops if it goes bad for you. That's the deal we'll make. Oh, it feels strange to finally be coming to the end of this. I have a couple more things planned, but we will extend the episode rather than push them into another episode, because I think this is a perfect time to just bring an end to this. One, we need to go on our very last pilgrimage. We haven't got to Cologne yet. Rare trinkets. This is a second bejeweled scriptures. I'm going to pay for it because I can afford it. Okay. We sail towards Oxfordshire. The fresh sea air is doing wonders, at least for my health and well-being. Okay, so we have our doctor who can just straight up do it. We could take responsibility for ourselves, which makes them our friend. Stresses us out if we don't succeed. We have an 86% chance to succeed. No, we're not going to play with this guy's life. If the doctor's here and can do it automatically, the doctor can just do it. Yeah. Another 200 stewardship experience. That is from going to... This is Sardinia, yep. Alone in the kitchen. So this is the boy, our grandson that we decided to educate. Let me see. He can be lazy. He can be gluttonous. He can be compassionate. He's going to be compassionate. So I guess, logically, we should probably take this off, because it only gives us, like, 1 learning, and then replace it with a second Bejeweled Scriptures. That's the wrong Bejeweled Scriptures. This one uses a bunch more learning. So much learning. Do wonder... None of these books can be turned into to items that we can set in the, no. So let's just... This'll be fine. But we'll keep the little statue, though. You know. Good thing to have. We have the high investment items in our pocket, which is why I'm sure that we're going to get this. So this guy is gone overboard. Jeez, they're giving us so much stress. We're going to try to save him. 7% chance he dies, and a 92% chance we save him. So we're going to give it a shot. And we have saved this man. This is the Jewish gentleman that we picked up at the beginning of our journey because his family was already washed overboard once. You, sir, you are not an ocean goer. You should probably quit that. I recommend never going on the sea again. Just settle down. Settle down. Oh, our friend Anton died. He is a physician, but I don't think he was specifically our court physician. No, our court physician is a woman. A friend, mutual understanding, yes. So now we have become friends with all of our brothers. Gosselin is now our friend. Great. We could start befriending our sisters. Or we could start befriending our children. We want to befriend our children? Let's do it. Let's befriend our children. Just starting at the top. Let's befriend every one of our kids. We have a lot of resistance from him for this friendship scheme, mostly because I think we have very different traits. Very, very different traits. Getting close to being home. Usually, well, if he's good... No. I'm not making a lunatic. He's not a lunatic. He's possessed, right? Yeah, I'm not making somebody who's possessed and has 8 prowess our bodyguard. So we'll take the money from him rather than just leaving him to his fate, because it seems crueler to leave him to his fate than it does to take the money. The Admirable Knight. We stopped to rest one night at a tavern, and while I'm sitting in the corner peacefully enjoying some Castellan music, the door barges open and a large silhouette. We've had this before. This is the Martial Admiration event. But again, oh, this is the one for 1 year you get 20 prowess. I actually find that one to be kind of hilarious. So, one of the 2 enemies left the war because he died. That's really not funny and I shouldn't laugh, but as I predicted, this war is just going to end real fast without me intervening. We are almost home, and by the time we get home, that circle is going to fill. So, my new spy master says someone's trying to kill my archbishop. Oh, well, please try to help him. And once this finally finishes, we are going to finally get to put our steward on something else. Now, just in preparation for when our son takes this territory, we're going to convert culture in Kent. I don't know if our wife will get mad about that. I hope she doesn't, but it'll make things easier for our son if we just pre-convert this. If we get through this and we're still alive, this will probably take like 7 to 10 years. If we get through that and still alive, we will, whoa, 52. That's from the second Bejeweled Scriptures, for sure. Our scholarly circles are now capped. That's actually kind of crazy. 52. Look how smart we are. Look how smart we are. And patience will serve you well, child. Patience is a fine trait. You're trying to become learned, and patient will just help you with that, so go right ahead and take that. And we have finally made it home. We're going to switch back down to our usual 3 speed. We should get to turn in that money. Yes, exotic wares. The coin speaks to me. That's literally what we did. Giving us tons and tons of gold. What is this? A mystical communion. We'll also do that right now. Well, so this guy will hate me more. Yeah, I know better than him. Look, dude. You're not the Pope. Only the Pope can stop me from doing what's right, which is worshipping in my own fashion. Even he won't stop me for long. Apostate, we're probably going to get learn on the job as well, if we live long enough, just from the communions. And let's do it. There's no reason we can't do this now, so let us construct the university at Oxford. It is 18 months, I think. 4 years left. So in 4 years, this will be built. Oh, 4 years. Seems like a long time, but I don't think it really is. I think we're going to keep running a little fast. Because like I said, this is going to be the last episode, and I don't want to push it into another part. I don't think that there's enough left for us to do. Now that we're settled in, though, let's plan our final pilgrimage. A worldly pilgrimage. And we're going to Cologne. You know, I can't actually remember if I went to Kent. I'm sure I did, but I actually can't remember. So let's customize our route. And just like always, I'll come back when this is done. All right. Customized route for our last pilgrimage is done. We're going to finally go up through Scotland here. Oh, we actually missed a location right there. I am so sorry. We missed a place right out of the gate. There we go. So we go up finally and visit the capital of Scotland. We loop back down around here and we go along here on the Dane Vike. Come down here to Lubeck. Oh no, it's saying it's too long by 6 days. Literally by 6 days. Oh, can we fix that in any way? We could probably add mercenaries, which will make it faster. So the mercenaries will fix it. We're also probably going to make it just contemplative, so it takes longer. It's going to take us a year. Another year on the road. Another year on the road. Wonderful. So we're just going to come down here and pick up all these spots, and then we'll head into Cologne, and then we will end our last pilgrimage and come home. There's no reason to not get started. So yeah, we've done so much, this family. We've gone through so much. Once our family was down to just our character, his nephew, and his nephew's son, and our grandson. 4 members. And from there, we built it back up to being a strong and robust dynasty. Originally, we had no dreams beyond just the de jure Cornwall, this little tiny kingdom here. Our daughter died. Oh, of typhus. How awful. That is going to stress threshold me. I guess it makes perfect sense that we would pick up Confider of all of these. We're not going to become an alcoholic because that's the family trait and we try to avoid that. I could press on, but pressing on gives me frozen grief, so I think we're going to do Confider. That makes perfect sense, so we'll do that. Suddenly a whole bunch of stress right here at the end. Friendly locals? So the locals here are trying to give us gifts. We should talk to them and learn more. That would give us Zinphilic, but we don't need that because we don't have time for other traits in this game. I mean, and we wouldn't take Xenophilic anyway, I don't think. I mean, we could. It would be actually logical for our family, but almost everything can be made a reason for. It's my sacred duty, of course. No, we're here to enjoy the world and all the cultures that we can meet. We won that war. I mean, we didn't win it. We didn't even participate in it. What is this diplomatic event? So you, who were married to my daughter, you want to marry my granddaughter. You know, I'm not against that in principle. You didn't really do anything that makes me think that you that you caused this. She obviously died of typhus, not of... So I am absolutely going to just let this happen. You are a little old for her, but it's not that bad for this period. Yeah, that's fine. We'll let that happen. And then we will take, I think, confidants. Just work our way down here in family hierarchy. Once we get back from this pilgrimage is when we're going to make our book. Reflections Sea Legs. So our doctor is sick. Trials and tribulations are par for the course, of course. Of course. Oh, so she's seasick, to be clear. I should have some herbs for that. I think that's great. We're gonna do that. That's a great outcome. We are a wise man. And it's actually pretty hard to get experience for that trait. You know, it's actually quite hard. We made a new friend, our son. So we befriended our son, and we're just gonna keep on going with this. We're just gonna befriend right down our children list from top to bottom. We're gonna get to know all of them and spend our time just basically making sure that they understand that for all the journeying we've been doing, that it has been for the good of the kingdom and for their good too, and that we do legitimately care about each and every one of them. My granddaughter's been taken prisoner in some war that I'm not even participating in. I guess it's down here in Brittany. Sometimes I forget that I have so many children everywhere. What is this war? What's happening here? Why is that marked as if they're at war? Were you at war and it just ended? The more the merrier. I am plodding along in this lengthy procession towards Cologne and thinking of the comforts I left behind in Oxford when I hear my name shouted from the rear. It is my friend. It is my friend, the Bishop of Anjou. All right. Yeah. Come on. Join us. Join us, Holy Pilgrim. Come with us to Cologne. We can talk about the many, many, many good years that have happened. Starting to look a little bit jowly because of our age. We are actually aging a bit different from our father and grandfather. They all got really thin at this point, and we're kind of getting jowly. Fine though. Liquid refreshment sounds divine. Yeah, we'll go with you for a drink. The next round is on me. Gives me Eager Reveler experience 50% of the time. Let's do it. Who is this guy that they're trying to murder? Another one of my courtiers? Why is everybody trying to murder everybody? All the time. Perhaps a few too many rounds of spice wine. Edouard and I inspire our fellow tavern goers to a chorus of drinking and songs whilst we mark the beat upon the tables. We break the table. Of course we broke the table. And into the cellar too. Not just the table, but into the cellar. And we shall become the life of the party if possible. And then we come back and find that there are... yeah. Is it a crime to have a good time? Frick. It isn't a crime to have a good time. We paid good coin for those drinks. We paid good coin for those drinks. I'm not going to drunkenly regret breaking the table. I broke the table so many times before. This is the first time anybody has ever told me I should do something about it. And you're not even the person who owns the place. You're just some random dude looking at me. This is a roadside shrine where we could steal. We could tear it down. You know, After all of these years and the long enmity that we've had towards the Astaru, I think we're just gonna pass this shrine because we are past that point. We are not our father, and we don't really care much about their barbarian religion. So he's telling a story that we think might be us, but he says he assures us that it isn't, and we will just ask him to tell more. Take a seat, listen to the story. It's definitely not an insult pointed at us. A beastly omen. A boar. We have never seen a boar omen before. We can't be distracted. We don't like because we're a hunter. Follow him. We don't like because we're craven. But it's only one stress to follow. So let's follow. Let's see what this is. So this is, once again, I follow the boar, staying behind, not to startle him. So he meets his love in the woods. I'm definitely not going to be having a child anytime soon because my wife can't have more children. So we'll take the 4 stress and take the family omen again, as we have nearly every time now, taking the family omen. You know, it reminds us of the stags, even though it wasn't a stag, it was a boar. This is actually the first time we've seen a boar. So I don't think there's any specific significance to the boar, except that we keep seeing animals and their families in the wild. Okay, so we went to a mining settlement, which gives us even more stewardship. So who's this? Oh, this is, you know... This is the son of my former spy master who's doing this. I think I should put him in jail. I think that people should be punished for murder, so we'll put him in jail. All right, we are beginning to draw close down here. We're gonna get there soon. You know, I really got to figure out what this is, because he doesn't have a war, right? So it's not his war. Is his mother in a war? His mother is losing a war for her claim on the what the hell? You can't do this. You're not fighting a random duke. You're literally stealing land from my family. You will do as I say. Jeez. I don't think I could do anything. I mean, I could denounce him, but I don't think that has anything to do with anything. Disinherit him? No, I wouldn't do any of that. For now, this is fine, but we'll see, because if he declares that war again, we're gonna have trouble. Like, serious trouble. Like, serious trouble. I can't believe that. Oh, she's ill. She's ill because she's obese. I don't think she's gonna be around much longer. She may not be around in 4 years, which is sad, really. Like, super sad, really. Let's get back to the pilgrimage. Let's get this thing done. Danger? This is fine. So one of our people is sick. I could do it myself. But no, not if I have my doctor with me. If I have my doctor with me, just let her do it. We don't take a risk with this guy's life. That would be silly. Let's just continue. Once we get home, we are going to do a couple of things. One of those things is we're going to do our book finally, which is going to be great. I've walked the holy path. Here we are. We've made it. Made it at last. The Pilgrim's Guide. I think that we're going to try for the diplomacy that we never get, and we still didn't get it. That's fine. We never get it. We never get it. It's fine. All right. Must be mine. This guy has a Veil of Veronica. This guy has a try to sell us a little artifact here, a little. Why do I not remember the word? It doesn't look authentic. We'll just pick that one. We're getting through it, so this guy is good at something. You know, we're just gonna let this person be. We don't steal courtiers. We've never stole courtiers before. We're not gonna start now. And Cologne, it has been an honor. We have finished our final pilgrimage. Final pilgrimage. So this guy wants to be attended in a war, in a little adventure, because he's a knight errant. We're not going to follow him. Instead, we're going to tell him to give up this foolish endeavor and join us. Because we're not taking unnecessary danger. It's not really our personality. Let's grab Flatterer, I think. Friend scheme power? Yeah, let's grab Flatterer. Okay. This guy wants a duel. You do it. You do it, my, you do it. Yes. Ah, you lost. So my caravan master was not able to do it. We have befriended our daughter, which means we need to continue down the road of befriending to our next daughter. Let's just befriend her. And we are on the boat, finally home. So this child has been beaten up, and he's been hiding. Craven. Craven is what we are. I think Shy would be better for him, though. I think we'll push him towards Shy instead of Craven. You cute little dwarf, you. And we are finally home after this long, long journey. Not as long as the other one, but long enough. We don't really do much with these guys anymore. So I'm not interested. I don't believe your omens have any meaning, sir. We've made it home. We've made it home. Befriend, respect, in admiration. We're just gonna eke out a little bit of prestige from this. Get us a little bit closer to that living legend status. I don't think we're gonna make living legend before we end this episode today, though. Which is a little sad, to be honest. It's a little sad. We can found a holy order. Now, I don't know if I want to do that. No, we don't need to spend money on this. She's already good. No. I gotta make my book, right? So that's the first thing. So we're gonna commission our epic. We're going to hire the storyteller because we want to make the very best book we can, and then that just tells us that we cannot afford to make, cannot afford. We cannot afford to make a holy order at this time. Alright, okay. That is fine. We do want to build this here before long. Let's begin the process of making our book, writing our book. Epic perspective. My family epic seems to be progressing well, and some lines already sound like they will be quoted for decades to come. But Elspeth has a lot of questions about the focus of the story. It would be easier to answer if she wrote it all first. Then I could tell her what I dislike about it. But she insists she needs answers now. Focus stories on my dynasty's ancestral claims. Focus on me and my destiny. It's a family history. It's a family history. So be generous. Yes, renown is the purpose of this. Renown is absolutely why we are doing this. And we're starting to sort of come to the end. We've been to every single Christian holy site. Armory break-in, so this is our grandson. We can make him arbitrary. Or we can make him honest. I think we make him honest. This is Hold Court. Epic, a question of time. I have not been presented with new work on my family epic for weeks. The whole process is either taking too long, or she ends up doing shoddy work. Is it truly too much to demand that she delivers excellence, and that she delivers it now? I want it to be good, and I want it now. I will put her up for as long as it takes. Yes, of course I will. We're not trying to make a shoddy product here. We want an epic book. Listen, this is the crowning moment. The crowning moment. We are writing a book about our family so that it can sit in Oxford University as one of the very first books in the Grand Library there. Look at this. 21 months left. 21 short months left. All right. It seems as if Edwin has been reading parts of my new family epic. Of course, he has discovered discrepancies between promises made in the past and our current reality. I can tell he will not let it go anytime soon. Surely you can see how wise and benevolent it would be to fulfill your forebrother's promise even now. He will lose control in Devon. He'll gain opinion of me. My ancestors were pious and not necessarily wise. Ha! We're gonna take the prestige because, they're building it up. I mean, our ancestors were wise, but, we're really just trying to get out of this thing. Honestly, we're just trying to get out of this thing. Okay, we're just... Nothing up here that matters. Oh, guardian for our grandson. What are you up to, kid? You want to be learned too? I could probably find you someone who can do that for you, kid. Our courtier and friend, this Frenchman. Oh, Gosselin can do it. Absolutely. Gosselin, you teach this boy, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sounds perfect. My brother and friend, King Leo, has been quarreling with my daughter, Mabin, for days. Just now, I can overhear them arguing in the next room over. Unbelievable! Leo shouts, how can a hag like you believe that the ideal manifestation of Pyrdain family virtues? I am clearly far more deserving of that distinction than you are. No fighting in the family. The problem is, I think this is true. Or it's Leo. Or it's Leo. Is it Leo? Is he more a perfect ideal of our family than me? He is diligent and trusting and wrathful. Honestly, I'm way more learned than he is. I'm a better steward than he is by a smidgen. I think it's me. I think it's me. Honestly, I think it's me. I think I'm the best. I really do. What does this guy want? This is my son and my other son. It belongs to me. Dividing Cornwall up between separate heirs makes no sense, cries Restman, as he and his brother Ictharion bicker loudly. They're murder, civil war. Exactly what do you have planned for when you're king? They do not get along. These two boys do not get along. I'm not disinheriting him. Those are just... I could disinherit one of them. No. They're siblings. They'll get along fine without me, right? Right? No. No, they won't. But we can hope. We can hope that our influence has rubbed off on them. Freedom and friendliness. So he's still in my prison, you know. 'Cause, oh, wait. Yeah, he's still in my prison. I think I know what we can do with him. Let's just release him. It's fine. I was thinking we could have made him our executioner, but that's fine. Expert Illuminator. Word has reached me that a monk renowned for his illuminations is staying in the town of Wilton. With my family epic progressing, this might be the ideal time to think about what pages should look like once they're once it's all said and done. Hire the illuminator at whatever cost. Okay. I've always considered myself something of an artist. I can just do this myself. Why wouldn't I do this myself if I'm this good? Of course I'm going to do the illumination myself. Like, of course I would. I've created glory and renown. Let's pause this so we can look at what this is. This is a betrothal. This is the boy that I am sure. Oh god, stupid and dwarf. They're gonna make stupid dwarfs. Who's this? This is the King of Navarra. We've had some problems with Navarra in the past, you know. One of his ancestors may have well, no, that's not true. They got deposed, so this is a completely different King of Navarre. They're not even related. So I don't know if I want to marry him to a stupid girl, because then they'll have stupid kids. No, I don't think so. No, it's fine. What are these? What are these? Hold court. We'll do that. Probably a developed capital. Do we even need to do this anymore? Yeah, I think we do. I mean, 30 is not the cap, right? A befriend dance. So we have befriended our daughter. And then we just keep going down the line. Just every single one of them that we can get done, we're going to get done. So we're going to befriend you. It's going to be a hard one on us because we don't really like drunks. But you seem receptive, so we'll probably succeed. Oh, let's get this book done. Let's get this book done. Our hook on our wife fallen down, and the epic poem of my family is finally complete. Ah, she has reason to be proud. My ancestors stand at its core as a shining example of what it means to be a ruler out of time, even if it drags on in a few places, and the part with the magical sword is utterly ridiculous. Still, I'm proud to keep this in my family library for generations to enjoy and learn from. Okay. I suppose this is going to be goodbye. I don't think we have any reason to keep her around. All right, and my youngest son, the one who was complaining, just had a boy of his own. All right. Not my youngest son, he's the second youngest son. The youngest son is the twin whose sister died. Okay. So I guess that did not produce a yeah, that didn't. I thought that would have produced a artifact. I really thought that would have produced an artifact book. Oh well, I guess it only does that sometimes. Well, you know. What can you do? And here we are. 16 months, just over a year from now, and we will be done. Let's just do a nice rollout. What is this? A grand wedding, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be bringing things to an end. So the three kingdoms are strong. Wales is stronger than ever, and we have a good relationship with our brothers once more. North Cornwall has had a little bit of a rest from expanding its borders. Scotland has become much more unified, which is very interesting. They seem to have finally cleaned up their mess when Alba was mostly taken over by Germany. Breakfasting with a friend? Actually, no. I think we're gonna have a lovely picnic with our friend. Brittany is still down here in its sorry state, but at least it gets to still exist. Subject deserves as much. We're just gonna relax. We know our son. We know our son. Brittany is still here. There's no real reason to do him any harm. He's still down here existing as a king, helping us out, helping to grow our prestige. Heart of the family. is now acquired. The Isles are pretty... Oh, wow, they literally just finished a war while we were talking that unified all of Scotland. And as we feared would happen, our wife, best friend, and friend has died. At least the memories remain. I will never forget this day. There is a deep, endless hole in my heart. Helga was a constant companion and confidant, and to have her ripped away from my life feels like a mortal wound from which I will never fully recover. My hands clasp a note she gave me, the last note she will ever give me, I realize bitterly. I try to read it, but all I can do is move it away from my face. That the precious words contained within are not washed away by my tears. Though there is a crowd of many mourners around me, I have never felt so alone. I will never forget this day. So, our steward is gone because our son is now landed. We have a lot of interesting things going on here. What are you good at, Duke? You would make a good steward, actually, with your 17. We can reassign you to steward, and then that means we can put our son, the prince, in here, which I think it organizes things better. Do we have any other... neither of these two is really skilled enough to validate giving them their positions. They're a Thane and a Reeve, so we don't need to worry about that. It's kind of a melancholy note, you know? We're getting close to the end, and we're kind of ending on a melancholy note. He is alone for the first time in his life. He's still surrounded by his family, but he is alone. All of the goals of the family have come together in this last moment. Our youngest son is yet to marry. Let's find him a good wife. While we become friends with our son over the mourning of his mother and our beloved wife. You know, we don't really need that. We can just find him someone of an appropriate station who is an adult. We've gained the philosopher culture tradition. Let's marry him to this this Saxon lady. She seems good for him. This is the father of the guy who is marrying our granddaughter, who was for a while married to our daughter that died, wants to marry him, the one that I am training, the cute dwarf. To this girl, his granddaughter. Yeah, that's acceptable. I find that perfectly acceptable. Excellent. I don't think we're going to get remarried. I don't think there's time left to worry about that. But it feels very melancholy here at the end. You know? We're only a couple of months away from this being done. Literally 4 months left. And to go out one last time, just to end everything for this tours and tournament campaign, we're going to hold a feast. We're going to hold that feast in Oxford. We don't need the mercenary guards. We're going to bring in an honorary guest. I think that honorary guest should be... Ooh, not Ictharian. I'm looking for... Suppose he's not coming. Which I have to admit is a little disappointing to me. Let's close this, and we're going to go to other guests. We're going to make sure extended family is invited. You know what? I think we're going to make this the minimum number of people that we can invite, just like a close affair. Queen of Brittany is coming. Oh, she's coming from Leon. Some of our daughters are coming. Our sister is coming. Yes, I think that's our brother. Yes. Think just like this. And I think, you know, the least celebrated brother, Gosselin, he is going to be the man of honor here. Just to remind him that he is so important to us. We're going to start the feast. And then I'm going to see if I can invite anybody else that I would want to come. No. But I will forgive you. I will forgive you, brother. Leo, do you want to come? No. Alright, well, that's fine. One last feast. One last feast. And when the feast ends, everything will come finally to a close. This family has been with us for 45 or 46 episodes at this point. We've done so much with them, beginning to end. We have seen the lives of 3 kings, covering not quite 100 years, almost 100 years of this family's life. You can see we have built the university at last. So we are here in Oxford, holding a feast in honor of having built that university, this boy. We don't want him to be craven if we can help it. We don't want him to be lazy. I'll pick arbitrary over any of those. Yes. It's gonna be a good party. It's a little disappointing that neither of our brothers came. Probably if I wanted to guarantee my brothers come, I could have made this a could have made it a hunt instead. But no, it feels more right that we would go and have a great feast in Oxford. The very last thing that we do. We started with Dumnareth and his dream, which really only considered this small territory down here. We watched as Odgar grew his dream into 3 kingdoms, one for each of his sons, who he wanted to give equal shares to. We have a Cornwall that is much greater than Dunmareth ever imagined it to be. We are the most developed area in Europe, west of Rome itself. And our future is strong. We built Oxford University here, finally, as we'd desired to do from the very beginning, and we are now a place of great learning. Our doctor has become our friend. We have a great number of friends. We're trying to befriend all of our children, now that we're alone and our poor wife is dead. Had an interesting conversation. Please do go on. Talk about you instead. What is happening here? What a man. Gained 30 opinion of me for 10 years. What's happening here? Really? Took y'all 0 seconds to go to war. This is the chaos that we avoided. This, hopefully, is not the future of the realm. It's only a tyranny war. Wait, what is a tyranny? What happens if you lose a tyranny war? Let's see. If they surrender the tyranny war, nothing happens. If they enforce their demands, he's deposed. Whose side did you join? Stop it. This needs to be a lesson to you. At least while I'm alive, these wars are not going to be acceptable. We're trying to create a great kingdom, and the three of you need to stop acting like children. Starting to feel like I'm going to need to rule for the rest of eternity to prevent horrid things from happening after I die. We become friends because she liked the joke, and now we will toast Goslin, our brother who willfully became a monk and has lived a peaceful and holy life, whom we have befriended and brought home to live with us in Cornwall. You know, he might become a professor at the university, or should I say just a priest. And there we go. We're gonna finish the feast there. So, you know, any game could go on forever. Any game can go on forever, but this one never was intended to. Cornwall has reached a point of extraordinary development, and we have succeeded at all of our goals. Sadly, it looks like our sons are probably going to war once we're dead, and we're going to have to try to do what we can to stop that while we're alive, even if it just means canceling all those wars whenever they call them. It's just not going to be a thing that's allowed. That's the truth. We're going to start working on becoming friends with our son here, though. Maybe we can convince them to be peaceful after we're gone. Maybe we can't. But yeah, I think we have told a suitable story of this family in Cornwall. I think that everything I plan to say has been said and everything I plan to do has been done, and that's the best time to end a story. So I thank everybody for watching. I thank everybody who watched from the very beginning and really did a lot to help this channel grow. And I thank all the people who are still watching today and anybody who comes later. This has been an exciting and fun experiment with role-playing in CK3. I've learned a lot. I'm relatively certain that the future series on this channel that are role-playing based are going to have a little better anchoring, a little bit better ability to contain their stories. I have a plan for another game that's going to start. In fact, if I'm right, this last episode will come out after the other game has started, because I hope that the next game starts right when Wards and Wardens comes out. It's going to be a different game, very fun, with a little bit of personal modding in it, but I'm going to make the mod available to anybody who watches. Like, anybody who checks the channel out can get the little mod I'm making. It's just a religious mod. Might also mod one culture as well. And yes, thank you for watching. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that we won't see this family on the channel again. I may play this on my own for fun, and if there are any major updates that come from that or things I worthwhile, I might cut something together for people to enjoy. Generally speaking, I don't play many CK3 games much over 200 years, even on my own time, so who knows what will happen. And thank everybody once again, really and sincerely, for watching, and I hope you join me the next time we are playing CK3 in a slow roleplay. Goodbye to the Cerneu dynasty, goodbye to Cornwall, and goodbye to all of you for now. Until next time.